discussion since this guy looked like a rabbi. And come to find out, this man that Lee was randomly put next to was Professor Robert Haralick from City University in New York, the guy that was writing the algorithm to search the Torah.
Oh.
And knew all of the professors and rabbis were his personal friends. And this was a brilliant guy that was involved in pattern recognition, probability, computer imaging, like a lot of the stuff that we use, take for granted on our computers now for JPEGs and all of that stuff was partially invented by Robert working with a team of other guys. He's well known in that industry. So he's a brilliant man, and he said the Torah code is the hardest, most difficult thing he's ever done. So Lee, when they landed in LaGuardia, tossed his cell phone to Robert, and we were connected. So now I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm now talking to the guy that writes the software to search the Torah and who knows Professor Rips, Rabbi Glazerson, Art Levitt, Harold Gans, everybody who's a world expert.
Be careful what you pray for.
Yeah. So the next thing that happened, I was talking with some other broadcaster saying, are you guys interested in doing a film about this? I'm trying to get this thing funded. He goes, well, maybe. Tell me what what they're doing. So I wrote Robert and I said, do you have anybody do you have anything new that you can tell me so I can get this guy interested? And he writes back a one-liner email to me. Rabbi Glazerson and Professor Rips will be in Los Angeles tomorrow. Here's his cell phone number.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is just like one thing after another. So I went and visited with him, and here I am, exchanging stuff off my computer with Professor Rips and spent the whole afternoon with him. It was magical. I couldn't believe this was even happening. So now I'm going, well, now I have to somehow find the funds to do it. So it took years to get all this together, and also it took years to build trust with the professors and rabbis.
That's a question I've been meaning to ask is, how did these learned rabbis respond to this Christian guy coming out of nowhere to say, I want to do a movie about what you guys are researching?
Good question.
I told a friend, Rabbi Perry, who is a friend of Glazerson, Glazerson introduced me to Rabbi Perry. And once I told him, I said, the thing I love about you guys so much is that as soon as we get together, bam, we're talking about God instantly. And he goes, what else is there? And that's the way all of these guys are. And Glazerson has become such a close friend. He means so much to me. Our differences, while they're there, I don't wear my Christianity on my sleeve, but we still share our own perspective views with each other, which I think is healthy.
Yeah.
And I can't say anything but having love and admiration for Rabbi Glazerson, because he's definitely gifted. I told him, I said, what you're doing is the work of a very gifted person. And Eliyahu Rips has his own method of searching codes. Art Levitt, also very gifted, has his own, and each of them have a style of doing it. Now, Rips likes to find complete sentences because what he's trying to do, he doesn't want anyone to think this is random. He wants people to believe, like, what are the chances of finding, something about Osama bin Laden in a complete unbroken sentence with the same skip all the way through? And he's found that, Once I was on Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie, which is a major late night kind of paranormal talk show. George had me on about the Torah codes. And this question came up about, is the Torah codes the book of life? And so George goes, I got to know if I'm in there. So I wrote my friends in Israel. I said, this is important. We need to do a table for George. And Professor Rips finds in an unbroken sentence, George Norrie loves the paranormal but clear cut. That was in the Torah codes, all with the same skip. That's basically George's personality to a T. He's very scientific and factual about what he presents, like all the stuff about UFOs or whatever it is that we're talking about. It's not like woo-woo stuff.
He's got a long background in broadcast news and broadcast journalism, that's his training.
And he's very good at what he does. So, the tables that we found were really interesting. And one that Professor Haralick found on George Norrie was this tiny little table. It says George Norrie, broadcaster, radio, and all of the words. But then when you actually discover where it was in the scripture, it was talking about going over and in taking over the cities of the Nephilim.
Oh my goodness.
That was the passage of scripture that George's whole table
So from
was
the book
founded.
of Joshua then.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
No, that was like, it was like in Numbers, I think.
Oh, okay, right. Numbers
That-
13:33.
yeah,
right.
that one.
Well, we're running short of time, and I know we've only scratched the surface here, but I know that there's a fascinating, along these same lines, a discovery that sent chills down your spine.
There's one where they found my company name and my name side by side. It says Torah codes will be distributed, Pinlight, which is the name of my company, and then it says Richard Shaw
Oh.
in the table.
Yeah.
I mean, your knees get a little wobbly when you
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
you know. But now what we're finding is the year 2016, which I know Tom Horn just wrote a book on, Zenith 2016. There is so much information coming up on Messiah and the year 2016 that we have to ask why that is.
Yeah. Well, again, with just a couple of minutes, maybe we can give a little tease, and then for the next program, we can go into more
I was
depth.
going to say that's a huge topic.
Because
so
that's a
it's gonna
topic that'll
yeah.
take a whole program.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that are really compelling about this? And then we'll expand on this on the next program.
Well, according to the Jewish mindset, and of course this is in the Old Testament. I mean, they believe that the Messiah will be heralded by the appearance of Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
These tables come up. Elijah, Messiah will appear 2016. I mean, I have many tables. There's many. Israel, Messiah 2016.
Does it actually say 2016 or
Yeah,
5776?
it's in the Hebrew calendar. So instead of actually 2016, which is the Gregorian calendar, it's in the Hebrew calendar. So that number is 5776.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, there's gematria going on, which is, like I was saying earlier, the science of numbers. Every Hebrew character has a number. They're finding scriptures. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It adds up 776. The year of the Messiah, 776. I mean, all of these things, these sentences, these scriptures add up to that. And if you go to my website, you can actually see these because I have them up there and you can just watch them.
And the website is
endtodarkness.com.
endtodarkness.com. This is a fascinating topic. We've only just scratched the surface, and we'll have Richard back for another program. But if you'd like to own a copy of the Torah Codes End to Darkness, this is the deluxe package, which includes a DVD and the Blu-ray version. So if you've got the capability to play one or both, and you've got a friend who might be interested, you can get two for the price of one. $17.95 is the price plus shipping and handling, and we will add as a bonus, free of charge, the audiobook version of the Ahriman Gate, a fictionalized account of what might happen or what it might be like should the Nephilim actually return. Again, Torah Codes Into Darkness and the Ahriman Gate, yours for $17.95 plus shipping and handling from skywatchtvstore.com. This is a fascinating conversation. We just got started. So, Richard, get a drink of water and get set, because we'll have you back next week and do this again.
Great fun. Thank you.
We thank you for watching as we keep watch.